Mm-mm. Check. All right, so we should be live at the moment. You got the link there. We're currently live at the moment. I just want to see how it pops up as far as that. Hold on, Brandon. Mm. Um, there you go. Like it's live right now, but link to access this. Thanks. Hang it up. But the link to access this is I don't see that.
No problem. All right, so I'm gonna grab the link, go over to IG. Ah, oh crap. All right, so I just posted it on Instagram, sending it directly to some people. You can't click on the link? You gotta be shitting me. Really? Oh,
trying a new way. See if this works out.
Yeah.
Just want to see if yeah.
Damn. All right, let me see if I got you. All right, try it now. Uh,
If you do the mention thing.
because it says I'm supposed to send it to you, so I'm wondering why somebody joined. Is that? I see one person on, bro.
That might be me from Twitter or
Oh,
live
you?
or YouTube. No, that's me on YouTube. I just copied the link. See if you see that link that I put in the doc under the StreamYard. Is it the same link you got?
Hold on.
Babe, hit that link I just sent you out of curiosity.
The one that has StreamYard or YouTube?
The YouTube one. The StreamYard is for you to get to this part. The YouTube should be the one for everybody to see.
Yeah, that's the one I put on Instagram.
Damn, that was my move. Um, I heard Shay say it didn't work before, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, give me a second. See if it-
You got through with that link? Oh,
Yeah.
dope. That link works.
So I had to actually post it, but the problem is if people clicked on it before I posted it, they didn't get it. So let me send it again.
Copy.
Find everybody that was on before.
Mm.
All right, so I sent it to as many people as I could.
Yeah. I ain't know, man. I gotta get some better lighting. I'm dasking. Got the Charlemagne on. Mm, 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 mm. Mm.
All right. So hopefully as people join.
It's me. Just want to see something. Uh-huh. Now I'm curious. So I could do one other thing. Yeah, Twitter comments I don't think show. Only YouTube. Twitter comments I don't think show.
So I know you're on. I think it's saying 2 more people are on. What's up? If y'all on, man, put something in the chat, send us something.
Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
So is that still you on your YouTube page, or you all go?
I might have closed it, but I'm not sure if it stayed. Hold on. I got everything closed on my end. It might be Jen. No, you don't.
Hmm?
Oh no, Jen was asking something. Yeah, I think it's Shane Jen there. If I'm not mistaken.
Cool.
Oh.
I mean, at this point, man, we can pretty much talk about whatever.
So about these.
I would say let's
Definitely take the battery out my back a little bit.
That's all right, man. Gotta go with what we got, man. Let's start from the top. So
Let's go, man.
Good, my brother.
Hey, man. Welcome to Wednesday, my man. Welcome to Wednesday, man. We've been trying to get this going for a little bit. We finally got it going, so I think we all right. You know what I mean? Just get these screens where they need to be. And I think we are good to go here. Open this up over here. Open this up over here.
Can you hear me good on your end?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. All right, man. So how was your day, brother?
Man, it was good, man. Can't complain, man. Can't complain. outside of the last like 65 minutes, man, it's been all right. Can't complain. It Happy to see you. Always a pleasure, broski.
Definitely.
Yeah, man, it's been a packed Wednesday. There's a lot going on as far as shit. If you live in New York City, man, it's like you've seen the orange transformer cloud outside. Air quality levels is trash, man. It's like, long story short, the mayor doesn't have too much to say or to help out other than stay inside. But I seen other people outside in the car with the windows open driving, so I was more confused. I didn't know like if it's a bad thing, it's a good thing. They trying to get sick on purpose, not to come to work tomorrow already.
Yeah.
But yeah, Canada's gonna do some real shit, and I didn't know till like last night. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was like, damn, how big is the fire? So yeah, it's real big. If the smoke is covering all 5 boroughs, it's real big out there. But man, how was your day with the smoke?
Yeah, I mean, because the interesting thing for me with the brush fires is at some point, it went really like it looked like sunset at like 1:30 p.m.
Yes.
And that was crazy, right?
Scary.
Then that went away. Then all of a sudden it cleared up again. So it's like, are the fires like being reset? You know what I mean? Like,
this morning was clear. Like there was no issues this morning. Like I just figured it was a yesterday thing. I was like, wow, there must have been crazy out there. You know what I'm saying? I kind of just brushed it under the rug. But like you said, a little bit right before lunchtime, like I went out like 10:30 for a quick call. I'm like, who has the s'mores and they are not watching them out here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody was just burning a campfire. It felt like right across the street from you, but it was nasty. It was nasty most of the day.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
See
But
tomorrow.
other than that, man, the day was cool, man. The day was cool. Just really went into the office today, just to have that camaraderie with, fellow colleagues and stuff like that. Ironing out a couple of things, before, get close to that end of the week push. But yeah, today was smooth as shit, man. Happy to be here, man. Happy to be here.
Can't complain. Quick question. I don't know if you heard, but out in Georgia, quick sidetrack.
Mm-hmm.
The CEO of Lululemon, like this is a women's fitness kind of line, real stretchy fabric, leisure. It's a new word for it, athleisure, something like that. They specialize in that kind of clothing, but they have a strict guideline for all employees to not interfere with any thieves or anyone doing anything wrong in the store to that regard. Like if you see something, let your manager know, but don't try to intervene. Or we didn't hire cops. We hired retail associates. We hired cashiers. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So out in Atlanta, Georgia, I'm not mistaken, some thieves came in, did the old swipe and swoop. They picked up a bunch of shit and started to run out the store. 2 of the employees tried to stop them at the door, like, whoa, you can't do this. You know what I'm saying? They was just like, nah, thieves. They kept going, like, you know what I'm saying? So they went on to call the cops, like, hey, we were robbed, da-da-da-da-da. Cops come, whatever, thieves are gone, what you gonna do? The CEO of the company ended up firing those two workers because they signed as part of the policy where you can't interfere with any sort of thieves that happen to work in your store. It's like at first I was like, that's a little fucked up. Like I felt granted they signed on for it as a company policy. A reprimand or a warning or some sort of a write-up would have been suffice, but he went all the way out and fired them. I assume he was setting an example for anybody looking to try to do this in the future. Then I put my business hat on from a supervisor's perspective. I was like, you know what? God forbid one of the thieves had a gun, shot you. Now we got a liability. Now I got to get my insurances involved. Now I got to get my lawyers involved. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now it turns out you're not only suing the thief, you're suing the owner and the company for having proper security. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it turns into a bigger ordeal than it should be if you just want to mind your business. You know what I mean? So from that standpoint, I understood it, but I just feel bad for the workers that was trying to be real good workers. You know what I'm saying? But it ended up costing them their gig. Like if you were in his position, would you have let them go as well if it was a strict company policy?
Yeah.
Had to, right?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, number one, man, is you can't pay me enough to do no stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, but if it's clearly in the policy that I'm not supposed to do it, then this is a no-brainer. I mean, I feel bad for the workers, man. I mean, if anything, I hope a law enforcement entity or something picks them up and says, listen, if that's the way you feel you really want to serve and protect, come over here, we got you.
That's a fact. Like, you remember the Best Buy lady who was like holding down the line up at the front door? She didn't get a security gig in Vegas. Like, you know what I'm saying? You never know where it takes you, man. But yeah, I was just curious. Like, that was like, I get the policy and I understand the repercussions. That shit went really bad, but they ain't got no job for trying to do their job. Like, crazy,
Right.
crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
Mm-hmm.
Travis Rudolph, the Florida State phenom, who got caught up in a break-in gone south. If you aren't familiar with the Travis Rudolph story, him and his partner at the time got into some sort of phone disagreement as far as who you talking to. She was a lot more upset than he was. Reached out to her brother via text message, come shoot the shit up. Bro came in with his boys and was ready to shoot the shit up, but oh boy, he had the stick. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you haven't seen the video, please go see it. It's definitely worth the 2-3 minutes. But he chased him down with like an AK, like down the block, like some 100-round drum shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was protecting his home. He thought he was in danger. Like, you know what I'm saying? He thought he was in true danger. You know what I'm saying? Turns out she ended up orchestrating it, but him killing someone, unfortunately, in the melee. They tried him for it. He got freed of all 4 counts, thank God. You know what I'm saying? But I was nervous for him, man. Like, you chase anybody down with that kind of stick. Granted, it's a legal gun state. As a black man, it's usually over. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, stand your ground or not. You know what I'm saying? The color of your skin kind of dictates your your post life in that regard. You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy he got off, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Shit, that's good for him. Definitely good for him.
Telling you.
So as we move through, man, there's a lot of good music out, man. And me and you have been a big fan of music for a long time. And as we start to really get familiar with this software, we'll be able to actually like play the stuff that we're talking about, which is excellent about being on StreamYard here.
Working.
Definitely, I have to ask this question: with all the great music, all the great features, who do you think is the best male and female rap artist when it comes to features?
Shit, summer 2023.
I mean, it ain't got to be right now. Like, who's like?
You talking all time?
Yeah.
Shit, all time. That's a cheat code. I think if you got to put the all-time bracket on it, as far as star power, just coming on your joint and giving you a boost that you didn't have before. It used to be Jay, but I think it's Drake now. I think Jay-Z was always able to give you that remix that, like, ever since that Juvenile thing, like, he just had the ability to take your record to a place where it wasn't before. And Drake has that same thing with his package pause, where he could give you something for the summer. You could ride it out. You might even get a gold plaque on the album because Drake had a feature on your joint. So I think on the male side, he might be the best to do it at this point. Don't get me wrong, Jadakiss never lost a battle. I don't think he's been out rapped on any feature he's been on either. So Jada is good, but he doesn't have the same star power as the Drake though. Who do you got on the male side before we jump to the females?
I got Jada. Jada. You know what I mean? I totally get the Drake reference, but you are just guaranteed for him to eat your shit up, pause. And I really just, and he's just done it for so many years. Like, he was doing this before Drake even came, and to still be sustainable at this age in this era, I find that to be amazing.
Facts.
On the female tip, man, listen, Nicki has held it down.
Talk about it.
Nicki has held it down for a long time, man. But the way Cardi is jumping on these beats lately, it's something to pay attention to. It's really something to pay attention to.
At first, I was giving it to J. Cole as far as just not dropping an album. Just fuck everybody's shit up when you call me. Like, you know what I'm saying? J. Cole was doing that for a good 26 months straight. Just like, yo, what's the album? What's the album? Coming soon. But these features, I'm eating. Cardi, she's on a 5-year run since the album now.
Telling you, man.
And not that we're not looking for the album. Hey, not for nothing. If my first album got Grammy rap album of the year, it's like, I kind of did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no bigger, I think, award as far as having a body of workout in the rap game. So I get the purpose and the reason to wait. Like, you're still hot in the streets, you're still getting your money up in other avenues. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no reason not to. You got it. But Cardi, though, she's a full package in that regard. Like she could give you the hood, she could give you the stripper side, she could give you the, you know what I mean, the chick that you want to hear from on a rap song. Like, you know what I'm saying? She got the chain, she's twerking, she doing all kinds of eye candy shit, and it works. You know what I'm saying? And not for nothing, the lines be hitting. She be having some dope one-liners that be tweets and quotes minutes after she says it. You know what I mean? So I gotta give it to Cardi.
Yeah, I think it's like, I think it's like Shay saying, man, she knows what to speak about. She relates to, the everyday girl that probably ain't got that kind of money. And then she still has that presence that, she's just like any regular person. I think on her latest stream, she was talking about how, she could wish, I know it's not the money that she wishes she could go lose and, go back to a regular life. But I think it's the fame. Like, she would rather just the money without the fame, because there's certain things you can't do, certain things you can't enjoy no more because you're famous. So you know what I mean? I wish I could say I understand how she feels, but I get where she's coming from when it comes to that.
I would love to get to a point where all these millions are starting to bore me. I would love to get there, but till then, it's an adjustment, you know what I'm saying? But I think she's carrying that torch well. She'll be all right.
Absolutely. So we're talking about new music. For anybody who's just joining, we were talking about the best male and female artists we thought was out there. Kenny went with Drake, and I think he's siding with Cardi.
Yeah.
I went with Jadakiss and Cardi. Now we're jumping to new music that's controversial out there, right? Gunna. For anybody that does not know, why Gunna is a part of a group called YSL, and him along with Young Thug and several other associates were arrested, I think a couple months ago, right? And everybody was wondering how Gunna got out of jail. Now that's not why we're here, right? That's a totally different that's a totally different subject. Why we're here is because Gunna has released new music, a song by the name of Bread and Butter. And let me tell you something. A lot of people were talking about Gunna this, Gunna that. They weren't going to listen to the music. I got to say, man, the song is good. And the consensus on social media is that the song is good. So, Kenny, man, how you feeling about it?
I'm split, man. I'm real split because, like you said, it's a very good track. The beat's good. He's talking some shit. I mean, he was never the best lyrical guy, but his flows was always what kind of pulled him apart from everybody else. And he shows a new one on this one. So he's talking, he's getting some shit off his chest. A couple people that turned on him, which I get. But that something on his back, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just weird. Like, honestly, I hate to put them in the same category, but right now, Gunna music is very R. Kelly-ish to me right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it ain't that it's bad music, it's good music, but you just got some shit on you right now that stink. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? CC, thanks to Jordan. Word. But like, it's like I got Gunna in this R. Kelly box in my head where you can enjoy the music only in your car with all the windows up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really, it's hard to be flamboyant with the exciting music. Like, you saw his music play in the club in Atlanta, brought the whole club to a standstill. Like, everybody was partying. It was a regular joint. Then the new shit came on. Everybody just straightened up, shoulders back. You know what I'm saying? Yo, let me get another bottle. It was just mad regular.
Yeah, but dudes did that shit with Bodak Yellow. Like, they used to be there, like, trying to just, you know what I'm saying, act like they didn't want to sing the lyrics, knowing damn well if they was in the crib by themselves, they was singing that shit line for line.
Listen, so I'm all for the equality boat. I've been singing female rap lyrics these last 2 summers like it was nothing. Like, it's just been rolling off the tongue. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't scream them out loud. You know what I mean? I don't roll my windows down, nothing like that. But Bodak Yellow was a hit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was hard not to rap the lyrics. Like, I mean, you saw Meek Mill with the munch shit. Niggas was outside. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just there's some things you can't avoid. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, much respect to the ladies as far as the rap bars and it's going. But yeah, Gunna, man, you'll really know when the album drop, you see where the sales is at. That's when you'll really know if the people fucking with him or not.
Yeah, I mean, so it was, you look at 6ix9ine, right? And you really look at the simple fact of how, the music we separate the music from that person a lot. You know what I mean? Absolutely. And we could take this to several different artists, but we're not going to do that because we don't want to get in trouble.
True.
But there's been plenty of times where a certain artist has done some stuff where it's like, damn, I can't play him at the cookout no more. But you ain't going front. If that joint pops up on your playlist, you look around like, is it safe? Is it safe? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Let's turn this up and get, reflect and, you know what I'm saying, do a little dance or whatnot. But yeah, man, I've always felt like entertainers have the ability to use their art to separate themselves from what they've done in reality. And it's amazing because they are literally the only ones that can do that. When you're talented, when you can create something and it's good, people feel it, it's got stuff that they like, for that moment, it separates you from what people think about you.
That's a fact. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. It's like, how do you feel about Tory Lanez music right now?
You know what? I went to listen to that joint that goes "Praise to the Most High" the other day because I wanted to see how happy he was when he thought he was gonna get off, and then be like, "Damn!" Like Tory had no idea that he was going to get in trouble. Like,
not like this. Maybe a slap on the wrist, but nah, yeah. Thank God. Like I was telling one of my boys, like, thank God he shot up below the ankle. They're trying to get that boy 13. If it was anything higher than that, they'd have threw the chair at him. But hey man, I guess I was a fan. Like, you know what I'm saying? There won't be no more music coming out in my music listening years that he'll be away. You know what I'm saying? So I was a fan, and we got the old shit. Hey, Chocolate Factory still exists, man. I just don't play it no more. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. Like, it's weird, man. It's weird.
I hear you, brother. I hear you.
Weird, man. But
on that question, R. Kelly, go ahead.
No.
On that R. Kelly note, we're gonna keep it moving.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, are you still playing sports out here?
So Saturday. So every year we have a semi-annual softball game. It's my department versus our IT department. Started out as just some leisure exercise, team building, and now we've officially got a trophy the last 2 years, right? So the whole thing is whoever wins the trophy stays in the VP's office until the next year.
Mm-hmm.
For the last 2 years, of course, it's been chilling in our VP's office. So this year, there's always the prep game, dudes is old, man. So you got to shake off the rust. You got to get ready. You know what I mean? And props to them. You know what I'm saying? They pulled it out in the 9th inning, caught us. But August is going to be the trophy game. But let me tell you, man, after this softball game, in the moment, man, like I was playing hard, man. I was running around. I was, getting to the bases fast. I was swinging, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff. I was running around, trying to keep people hype and motivated as they was running bases. Because, not everybody really can play, but, you want to be involved. When I got in the car afterwards, when I realized I fucked up. When I got in the car, a pain shot up my back and through my soul, bro. Like, you ever sit down somewhere and you gotta like do one of those? Because it's like you feel it in your nervous system. Like, that shit was crazy, right?
Damn.
So now that happens, and I'm just there like, yo, the running video is actually funny. I'm gonna send it to you so you could bring it up next time we stream.
Did y'all see his running video?
Yeah.
Send that. I get that shit hooked up right now. Drop it in the drive.
I'm gonna put it in the drive right now. I'll probably have to edit it. But
that's bad funny.
Yeah, man. So that was just going home. So then I get home and like, Shay's looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I'm in pain, climbing in the bed, all kinds of shit. So then finally, you know what I mean? I lay out and just full pain. Oh, Lennox on the live.
My bad, dog. I thought I had security out there. He ran right through that, man. Can you yeah, y'all, this is the homie. Yeah.
What's up, man? Lennox?
Don't cry about it. Love you, bro. Get out of here. I mean, where is your caretaker? Jesus Christ. Yeah, all right, man. Get that baby out of here. Anyway, my bad, dog. Yeah, I'm getting too old for this shit too. Oh man.
Oh man, I'm
Lenny's
actually
in the
editing
building.
the running video now so I can send it to you.
Yeah, let me know. I'm gonna drop that shit right in. But while we're still on the sports tip, while we get the video ready for the viewers, Chris Paul, man, they I think it's his first formal pink slip that he's ever gotten in his whole life. Like, how do you let me get this out the way. Are you a Chris Paul fan?
Yeah, I'm a Chris Paul fan.
Yeah, because I mean, I get a lot of 60-40 answers from Chris Paul. A lot of people don't like his antics, so they let that kind of cloud the whole game that he has. But he's a very amazing player. He's put in a ton of years. He has very bad playoff luck as far as injuries or just not having enough to get over that hump. But yeah, man, getting served the pink slip. And it kind of was like his day off because he's been injured for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So getting fired on your day off in the off season got to be super weird for him. You know what I'm saying? But do you think he's contemplating retirement, or you think he'll give it another run with another team if they call him?
I think he'll give it another run. You know what I mean? I think there's definitely a team that can use his services. A lot of people are picking teams right now. I just don't know how much he has left as a starter. Like, that's my concern with him. You know, the West Coast has been rough for him, man. Like, you know what I mean? He's been there for a while trying to get it done with 3 different teams, and he couldn't do it. So to me, it's a no-brainer, man. Come over to the East Side, see if you can find a nice little team that's got some young guns that gonna do the work for you, and you just kind of regulate them, keep them like me. You know me, selfishly, man. I'm thinking Boston. But I don't think that's probably a destination he wants.
I was just wondering what him, Jalen, and Tatum work out as a trifecta. Yeah. Would they give them the big 3 Monica if he went? No, right? It's not big. It doesn't qualify as a big 3. A real big average 3.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting. I just put the video in the drive. I don't know. You can let me know.
Show?
Huh?
In the current show?
Nah, I think it's just in the folder for FCP vids.
Oh, Dropbox.
Nah, in Google Drive.
What? It's 5 folders. What? Let me refresh it. Hold on. Yeah, I can't find it. I don't know where you dropped it at. We'll get there. Yeah. But what else was happening in the league? Dame, like, I know he's been super loyal for a very long time. Has had a lot of personal success, but as far as team success, has been far and few, unfortunately. Do you think he makes that move? Is he ready?
I think he is, man. I think Portland has 2 choices. You should see it now in the folder, current show.
Got it.
I think he has 2 choices. Either Boston at home watching the playoffs with us. I'm hurting, CC. I'm hurting. Trust me, I am hurting. I feel like they forgot how to play in Game 7, but we ain't talking about Boston right now. Right now, it's about the Heat and the Nuggets, right? But I feel like it's tough, man. What were we just talking about? I had a senior moment.
Oh no, it was more so Dame leaving, and if he was gonna go.
Yeah, Dame has. I think he's on 2 levels. Either Portland's ready to rebuild around him, which means they trade that 3rd pick, and they get it. Get some stars, get a bench, get something strong around him. Or he's like, well, if y'all gonna rebuild, then put me somewhere where I could win. And
absolutely, until
I hear Dame actually say what team he wants to go to, there's a bunch of rumors around about where he would like to go, where he should go, but it'll be interesting, man.
Okay. But do you think he stays on the Eastern Conference, or he goes West? I'm sorry, you think he stays on the Western Conference or goes East?
I think he goes East.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he goes east, man. Miami is looking prime right now. I don't see him going into the Knicks. That would make no sense.
My bad, dog. Hold on.
Yeah,
That,
yeah.
that wasn't. I'm sorry. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get that ready. I'll give 1 sec.
um,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm telling you, when I first saw it, I was like, "That's how I run."
Oh shit. Let me see if I can set this up. Hold on, y'all. Here we go. It's going down, y'all. This is this is him. All right. Let's start over. There you go. They go to legs. They go to legs.
Yo,
One more time. Look at them legs. How's it find Jerry bust their hammy?
yo, bro. When I saw my friend put this on Instagram, I was like, "No way, that's how I run." Man. I was
Damn,
like,
you was out. You thought you was Hussein Bolt out there.
I sure
Oh,
did, man. I
shit.
sure did.
Oh my God, that was a good one. That was a good one. Oh man,
There's
shouts to
no
the editor.
upper body
Shouts to-
movement. It's just legs. I was like, wow.
Nah, you know what it is? Those runs we just call those all business. You wasn't here for no extra. You wasn't here for no extra shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here for the flair. I'm just getting it done. You know what I'm saying? Just getting it done. That's
Yeah,
all.
man.
That's all. Oh shit. That was a good one. All right, shouts to the FCP editing team, man. That was quick work, y'all. Quick work.
Yeah, man. Real quick work. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Yeah, man. So, but yeah, with Dame, man, I think he comes to the East if he does leave. If not, then who knows, man. He's got a lot of decision making to do, but that's gonna see.
That's a fact. As for tonight, though, man, as you know, Miami stole one the other night. I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't even see the second half. I had to catch the recap in the AM. But they was down like 10, maybe 10, 12 points. I think Joker he was high 20s already by the time I turned. I was like, listen, I think it might be over, man. Like, they got Joker. They just all weird shots are dropping again for him. I tuned out. I think I caught up with a show with Jen. I was like, we got one more to go for the Amazon show, right? She's like, yeah. Fell asleep, woke up. I'm looking at shit like, why is saying? Nah, let me check these. Let me go to ESPN. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I missed the game. Did you see the whole game? I missed it.
Yeah, I watched the whole game, man.
Let me get the HUD review.
Yo, so Jokic really was he was doing whatever he wanted, right? You know what I mean? But when he was passing the ball out, dudes couldn't hit open shots, but he didn't care. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was like, y'all gonna give me the lane. I'm gonna get us back in the game, because there was one point where Miami, I think, had the lead up to probably like 12, something like that. And then Nuggets came back and they took the lead back, and then they were up by 15. But you could tell the game plan was let Jokic score and take everybody else out of the game. So now the Nuggets make a push, and they have about I want to say an 8-point lead or something like that going into the fourth quarter. But then Miami Duncan Robinson just starts hitting these threes. Kyle Lowry starts hitting shots. Like, yo, it just the whole tide.
Everything started flowing.
Right? But then all of a sudden, here comes Jamal Murray doing Jamal Murray shit. So they're in the game, and then, they got the ball into Jamal's hands. Of course, there was a controversial goaltend. I think it was the Bam blocked it, but it was on its way down. It should have been a goaltend. But whatever it may be, Jamal had a good look. Jimmy was there, but Jamal had a good look. He's made that shot before. It misses. They still game 2, man. It was crazy.
Okay. All right.
It was crazy. Max Strus came out like gunning, man. Like, he was playing for his job. He had like 12, I think, in the first quarter. It was crazy.
Okay.
Yeah,
who you got tonight, though? And hold on, 2-part question. Who you got tonight? And if whoever wins tonight, do you think that's the deciding factor in the series?
No. I think for some wild reason, I think Denver wins tonight. I think they're so upset at the fact that they let game 2 slip from them, and they know why they let it slip. That they're gonna come out in this game and really just try and take away all of Miami shooters. But I still think Miami probably gets one more, if not game 4, maybe game 6. but
Mhm.
I still think the Nuggets all the way.
Okay. All right. All right. I think if Miami can get this first one tonight, I think it will change the momentum for them in a super super good way.
I
Because
agree. I
if
agree.
they for whatever reason get three, if they get tonight for some reason, I think they're gonna get game 4 too. You know what I'm saying? So, but we shall see though. Like
Yeah,
Jimmy, hopefully Jimmy, you know, what I mean, he's getting this extra day rest in between these games, so that ankle got to heal at some point as a professional. You know what I'm saying? So he got to get it done. He got to get it done, man. He
yeah,
has to
man.
get it done.
We'll see, man. Because Jimmy out here just chilling. He's like,
Yeah, he's been very cruise control like
oh
since the
yeah,
ankle twisting. You know what I mean? Thank God for the role players, the non-drafteds,
yeah,
the I'm
yeah.
just hungrier than you teammates. You
Yep,
know what I'm saying? Thank God for them. But
absolutely.
yeah, man, he hasn't been the same since that little twist up. But we'll
Yep,
see,
yep,
man. We shall see.
yep. Well, they only down by 5 at the half, man. So
But
you
who's
know
they?
the Heat.
Miami? Not
Yep.
for nothing. Them being down don't even mean nothing no more. Because like, you know, so I've seen them climb back from 12, 13, 14, sometimes 15 points. And
Yeah, man.
like this, no Steph Curry on the team. Like they're doing it with two, some threes. Like you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But yeah, I don't think any lead is safe for the Nuggets at any point in the game. Unless
Yeah.
there's less than 2 seconds left and it's more than 5 points. Like, you
Mhm.
know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But what's that CC? My husband said Heat, so I'm gonna stand behind him. Let's go Knicks. Like a true wife. Like a true
Yeah.
wife. Like I heard what you said, but I wear my belt holds these pants up, so. Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh, good stuff.
Oh god.
Here we go. What's this? Let's go, man. This was the true crux of the goddamn
Mhm.
show tonight. More so, we wanted to discuss trust and partnerships.
Right.
A lot of different layers we want to unpeel on this onion today, but
Mhm.
there were a couple quotes you came across. You can let the FCP team know what trust can really do for a relationship, quote wise.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So the first quote I found is just a random one on the internet. It says, "Trust takes years to build, seconds to break, and forever to rebuild."
Hmm.
And that one, that one hit kind of home. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it makes perfect sense, right? You know what I mean? Like, you've spent the time to trust this person,
Mm-hmm.
and literally within seconds they can ruin that trust. And then now you're trying to rebuild it, right? And that can take time, and we'll get more into that later, right?
Mm-hmm.
The second quote here is, "Trust is the glue of life. It's the most essential ingredient in effective communication. It's the foundational principle that holds all relationships." And this is by Stephen Covey. So, just in getting those two quotes, we just wanted to kind of set the tone for, famous quotes about trust. We know there's probably a million out there, but just setting the tone for where we're going to take the conversation,
Hmm.
because we really want to just go into what you consider trust in partnerships, in your relationships, and things of that nature.
Okay.
So, I'm
Um,
gonna pass it to you, brother, to take it to the next question.
um, now, as far as trust and partnerships, like you have to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So as for when is it too soon to have expectations on someone? Like, can it happen on the first date? Like, is that something you have to or expect? Because anything, if you're ever expecting something from someone, you usually expect 100% of it
Hmm.
out of pure want. Like, not that they can't provide that for you, but it's an expectation. It's a want. It's a really high opinion that you would have of someone. But
Hmm.
like, if you're first dating someone, like outside of trust, like how long would you wait before even buying them a gift? Because you don't even get gifts to people you don't really love or trust. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? Like if you don't have a true loving connection with them or you don't trust them in a way, not that with your life, but more so just as a person or a human being. Like if you're first dating someone, how long would you wait before getting them a gift?
um, I want to say honestly, it depends. It depends, because if me and them have a really good, what I'm saying, like connection in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling their energy, they're feeling mine. They seem to be, for the most part, who they say they are, and act accordingly around me and stuff like that. It could happen probably within the first 30 to 90 days that, I mean, we're doing this dating thing. Because I'm naturally a gift giver, you know what I mean? I want to say that's my specialty. I pay attention to my significant other, and if they mention certain things, or I notice they wear a certain color all the time, I take mental notes about all that stuff. So as I'm going through the relationship, it makes it just easier to, gift them what they actually want, right? We got a whole show about gifting on that. What about you, brother?
Listen, was dinner, if the bill wasn't split, you know what I mean, that might be the gift right there out there, you know what I mean, at the dead beginning. Like, you know what I'm saying? As like, see, look at CC, right on, God damn it, right on time. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was a gentleman and didn't say 8 Dutch, if I didn't do that, you know what I'm saying? Not that it's a gift, but hey, I fed you. I'm not looking for anything in return. You know, it's
right.
It's it's my thank you for your time, kind of. You know what I mean? Like, so that's you might have if food is a gift, you kind of giving that right out the gate. You know what I'm saying? Food / entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Bowling counts too. Top golf counts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't even golf. We was out there for hours. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like these appetizers ain't cheap. You know what I'm saying? But if gift falls under food protocol, I might have to give that up the first night, man. First night. I hope you like McDonald's, but yeah, man, I'm gonna have to give that. I'm gonna have to give that gift up the first night. He said, I love you, baby, but we're not ready for you to supersize this yet. You know what I'm saying? Not yet. Remember supersize? They don't even do that no more for the fat niggas.
Nah, they don't, man. They said niggas got to be healthy now. We tired of y'all clogging up the hospitals.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
Yeah.
As far as expectations, like in the beginning, like, are there any red flags that will let you know off rip, like there'll never be a second date? It's like,
if she's hard to access, you know what I mean? Well, let me not put it like that. If the communication is not fluent, meaning it's okay if you're too busy to meet up or, plan a date. But when I reach out to you, it takes like days for you to respond and shit like that, or that shit is a red flag for me, because that already shows me that you're bad at communication, right? And I'm talking about I text, call, all that good stuff, and it's just it's hard to get in contact with you and communicate with you. Communication is so important to me. I even posted this week about how I'm personally working on efficient communication, right? So it's not even just about always being able to communicate with people, but also making sure that my communication is efficient. This person can't even communicate, period, through the many devices and platforms that we have. That's a red flag for me off the rip.
Now, here's a funny caveat to that red flag. Like, some people would take that as they don't have time for me. If they don't think I'm important, then I must not be important to them. But some individuals that you may pursue may be worth the chase, where it may be like it's a hard to get kind of thing. Like, if it was someone you truly was interested in and they were giving you not the runaround, but I'm fake busy, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, how long would you pursue that? If it was a genuine interest that you not that you're not getting no play, you are getting play, but it's far and few. Would you continue to chase or just start from scratch?
So if the only way I can get in touch or see this person is through let's say the phone, text, or phone call to actually plan a meetup, it's not going to last that long. The pursuit is not going to be that long because there's no contact. Like, it's different if, let's say, we happen to go to the same gym, right? And we're always there, probably the same time during the week. So I'll see you at the gym, but it's just that when we're not at the gym and I text you or whatever, you are just unreachable, right? So that may make me pursue a little longer. But if literally, like, we met through a friend, we connected, everything was cool, and then, all of a sudden it's just like zero communication, then it's not going to last that long because there's nothing to pursue. I can't get in contact with you.
That's a fact. That's a whole fact. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, that's tough business.
Red flags. Do I have any red flags out the gate? I think think hygiene out the gate is a red flag for me. It's very accustomed for the opposites, I guess the opposite sex to smell good. I'm not, looking for a pound of cologne or perfume, but more so you should have a good scent to you.
I agree.
I would hate to be with someone that, thank God my wife smells good all the time, but I would hate to be with someone that had like an odor. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Great. Don't get me wrong, love will let you look past a few things, but if I don't love you yet, come on, baby. Come on, baby. don't subject me to the number twos already.
That's
It's
true.
like please,
That's
like, you know
true.
what I mean? If it's one of those. But
Yeah, we got to get to the love, man. We got to get to the
gotta get to the
love.
love first. Gotta get to the love first. And a bare man before the number twos just like just getting tossed around.
That's for sure. That's
So,
definitely for sure,
that's a
man.
fact. Question. Let's say you guys get the relationship, you're fully committed, everything's working out. Is excessive time away a bad thing?
In the I think it depends on at what point of the relationship, right? I want to say if it's in the beginning, then it's tough because you need to build that time together, right?
Mm-hmm.
And especially if she is, a good looking girl and she's ambitious, she's around other ambitious men. If you ain't around, man, somebody else is gonna occupy her time, man, and
Damn.
you probably gonna lose her. But if we're like in a relationship for a while, let's put some years on it, maybe 3 or 4, then it all depends on what the excess time away is. You know what I mean? If it's for work or whatever, maybe you're a little bit more understanding, but it's still tough. But if you're just like hanging out with friends or just shooting the shit, whatever the case may be, that might be a little bit of concerning, man. It might ruffle some feathers in your
Well,
relationship. What you thinking?
a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm leaning more on your second point there, as far as depending on the purpose of the leave. If they just so happen to be a workaholic that demands 50 to 70 hours a week away, you know what I mean? Whether it be remote work, business trips, shit like that. It would suck if it was always that way. It's hard to argue it, but if it ramped up as the late relationship grew, it could be a tough pill to swallow. Especially if the income is matching the reason for being away. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So in that sense, I understand how it could be an issue, but you would have to be an adult and understand why they're doing what they're doing. If the excessive time is really more of a gallivanting kind of thing,
Mhm.
kind of got to pick and choose those times away. And if they're in the same headspace as you, and like, yo, you got to get out, you got to live life too, then it may work out in that way as well. So it really depends. In my end game, I think it really depends on what the purpose of that excessive time is going towards, and if they see
Yeah.
the fruits of that labor. If you're going
Yeah.
out networking, like, yo, I met somebody that's in your field that'll do ABC for you. Oh,
Yeah.
you out there being productive for us? Keep going out there, baby. You know what I mean? Keep bringing back the clients. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You'll never hear a complaint on that situation. But if you're coming in every night, you know what I mean, sleeping next to the toilet by 3:30 a.m. and it's just like, yo, fam, like, what do we? If it's one of those, it's not. You're not helping neither of us. That
Yeah.
might be the end all be all.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So excessive time away. Now, let's say this excessive time away is exactly what at the worst extreme, right? It is cheating, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Oftentimes when we get into situations as far as cheating, most people naturally resort to telling either their close loved ones, friends, or even sometimes their parents. Do you agree with doing this?
I'm a big fan, and I hate that because when you have friends that go through something, it's okay to vent if it's a one-time issue, but if it's a constant like, oh no, I'm done with that B, or I'm done with this. Nah. He always doing A B C D, and at the next function, you're just hand in hand kissing and love, and I'm just like, because now I'm confused. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and I don't want to be confused about whatever you guys got going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's best to keep outsiders on the outside of that circle. Granted, there may be some turmoil, and if it gets to like, you know, DEFCON 1 where it's just no longer repairable, then you just have to let others know around you. But if it's something that could stay close knit or something close to the chest until a resolution's probably made and maybe some reconciliations done and makeup sex is had, and y'all just kind of move on, it's like no harm, no foul. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm real big on kind of keeping that stuff, keep it close, because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. You know what I mean? That's my part on that. Very Mario Winans like, you don't want to know.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
If it did go sour though, how long would you wait until you told your loved ones or parents?
I mean, it really depends, because it all depends on, I think, the relationship that they had with the partner. If it's something that I know personally, it's something I can't walk away from, or it's going to really affect the relationship, then I'll probably tell them sooner than later.
Okay.
But if I know, because that's the beauty of the power of pause, man. Like, you know, how we react in certain situations when things hurt us. It's so important to make sure that we don't react in the moment, because we don't know how we're going to process it. Right, to what you said, if I go screaming to all my loved ones and all my friends, yo, such and such did this, and then the next Saturday we're all at the same barbecue hugging up and kissing.
It's weird.
You was just crying on my shoulder. We was just out at the strip club saying "fuck that hoe." Now y'all here, hanging out. Like,
now I gotta hold her coat. Like, what the fuck?
Unfollowed her and everything. You know what I mean? Now I
gotta follow her back now. It's weird.
You look crazy. So, that's crazy. And I understand. I hear what Shay is saying. You have to share with people you trust, but at the same time, you do have to also understand that you are creating a reputation and an image in their minds. So as long as you're okay with the fact that you have now changed the image of this person in that person that you trust mind, by all means, share. Share away. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's good to know if you do have a friend or loved ones or people you trust that is strong enough to just absorb your venting.
Yes.
And then just understand like it was a vent. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a life or death situation. It was really that person just getting a lot off that just at that very moment.
Yeah, man.
And not that it didn't count come tomorrow, but just enough to know, hey girl, hey my man, you good? Yesterday was crazy. We went through like half a bottle. You all right? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's yeah, I'm good now. You know what I mean? Me and such and such spoke. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of came to a happy medium. You know what I mean? And that's what you honestly want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Because before, you don't want the trustworthy person telling more people neither. So it's weird. It's a weird game.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. So we're at the point now where this person has cheated. You've decided to tell loved ones or parents, whoever you told, right? Do you really believe you can forgive someone after they've betrayed your trust? So now we're circling all the way back to how we begun this whole topic, which is trust in partnerships, trust in relationships. We've built from the dating, the courtship. Now we're at the point of extreme levels where this person has betrayed the ultimate trust you had in them with infidelity. Do you believe you can forgive this person?
Forgive. Such a word. I don't know about forgive. I would say I can forgive, but forgetting, I guess, will take time, if ever. You know what I'm saying? I'm a forgiving person regardless. But forgive someone that betrayed. I would go with, if I had to say a firm answer, I probably would say no. I don't think forgiving is something that you would want to relinquish or give that other person or give them the upper hand. And you know what I'm saying, knowing that what they did was fine. You know what I mean? Or what happened was cool. Or, hey, if it happens again, shit happens. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you ever want to leave that open. You know what I'm saying? So you can forgive them internally, but I don't know if you'll ever express that. You know what I mean? Just to kind of keep that close knit to yourself, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if I could though. How about you?
I don't think so. I think, and I totally get it. You know, there's different levels of betraying trust, but you know, trust is something that I've always treated very, very close knit to the heart.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, once that trust is broken, it's changed my image of you. It's changed my image of you, and you know, just like the quote that we read in the beginning, and I'll go back to it for anybody who probably is just joining. The quote was, I'm getting to it. Trust takes years to build, seconds to break, and forever to rebuild. Right. So now we're at the forever stage, you know, and it's this long stretch of, has this person really done something where no matter what, you know what I'm saying? No matter what they do, that betrayal is always going to be in the back of my mind. So I won't forgive, but I can try to be understanding for the steps they're trying to take to regain that trust.
And even with the steps, is there really enough steps and that you can ever get to? Like it's like it kind of would feel like a never-ending cup. You know what I mean? So you'll just keep walking in that path, so to speak.
It's up to them. You know what I mean? Like they have complete control of how long they want to try, if they even want to try, if it's worth it, because um I just really feel like, especially, so this is my opinion, especially in relationships, right? If we forgive a person for cheating, we say that we're taking them back from cheating. If you put them through hell, right? They're walking on eggshells throughout the relationship after the fact. It's not like you're not rebuilding the relationship. This is just like keeping them in prison, keeping them in jail, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to punish them for hurting you until they feel just as bad as you felt when they cheated. And this is just my opinion.
I'm
You
about
know
to
what
say, ain't that where they're supposed to be?
I mean?
It's like, they fucked up, right?
You know, but there's no fun in a relationship if I feel like I gotta walk on eggshells for the rest of my life. You know, if you
Absolutely,
really
absolutely.
forgive me, then yes, I have to continue to prove myself because I've hurt you. But
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, at some point, if you put in a person through a certain amount of trauma and jumping through hoops and all that shit, you just really dragging it along. You might as well just let it go, let them be, let yourself grow, and go get someone who you don't have that trauma from, and do the best not to take that old trauma into your new relationship.
Okay. Okay. I see the vision. I see the vision. Miami down by 8. I see the vision. I see the vision.
Yeah.
I got a caveat. You do forgive.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a point where it's okay now that you forgave?
It depends on the person, man. It's really gonna depend on the person. Some people are like that. Some people are just naturally forgiving, nice people,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to see the best out of. They always believe in the best out of someone, right? I
Mm-hmm.
think we all, anybody who's listening to this right now, we all have that one friend that just keeps saying, but they told me they're gonna do different this time. But they told me this was the last time. Like, and everybody's sitting there with the same expression that you just had. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like you gotta let it go, man. Like it's not gonna happen. But yeah, man, it depends on the person.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. That is a fact.
Mm-hmm.
It brings us to our next situation. Should people in a relationship be allowed to go out on dates?
So I love this question, and I
Oh
know.
man, I'm glad you said yeah.
So I love this question, and I want to provide some context because I don't want anybody thinking that I'm out here promoting that people in relationships should go out on dates. Right? There is a show called Put a Ring on It on the OWN channel. Right now, it is running on Max. And the purpose of the experiment is that one of the people in the relationship is looking to get married. I know this kind of sounds like the ultimatum show on Netflix, but it's not, because the show on the ultimatum, they split the people up and they live with someone else in a trial marriage for a while, right? Not in this situation. Imagine you are still living with your partner and watching them go out on dates with other people. There are scenarios where their date is coming to the house, to your house, to pick up. Can you imagine right now, Kenny, you're on this live, you hit knock, 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 or a ring at the door, and somebody's there to take your woman out. You're going to be like, fuck out of here.
Like, oh, man. I hope we can duck bullets. It's crazy, man. I don't really know if, man, it's like if you signed up for it, it's hard to, you know what I mean? But you opening the door to it though is another thing. That's another level of
absolutely.
Wow. That's another level of wow that I don't know how people can possess. But some open the door, like some offer the person a drink. Yeah. Like, yo, y'all got money for the night? Y'all good? Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people are that cool with it. Like, but my question is like, what's considered a date though outside of the relationship? Like, in my head, if you do go out with someone and you go, nah, separate checks. This is not a date. This wasn't a date. Like, it was just two friends that happened to be at the bar. We had an appetizers, had some drinks, paid our own ways, took separate rides home, enjoyed each other's time. Is that considered a date though for your relationship?
So the intent of this is to go out on an actual date like you would have before you were in a relationship, right? Like when you were first dating your girl, whatever you did in the actual courtship should be done during this date. Now, of course, the first instinct is there should be boundaries, but think about it, right? This is a test, because if you are all about your lady and you go out on a date with a woman, you should be able to have the utmost conversation and fun without violating boundaries. But if you're on the date and you catch those moments where it's eye contact and you know she's waiting for the kiss and you go in for the kiss, now you have told yourself.
You just step right over that line, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what the experiment is trying to test, because what the psychologist there is doing, she is trying to show that maybe you getting back out there and seeing what's out there will either rejuvenate you back into your relationship or get your partner who's at home watching you go on a date thinking, wow, there's still people out there who really want them. I've been sitting here just laying up, acting like, they ain't going nowhere.
Taking it for granted.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, here comes this person picking them up, and it's like when you get a new car, right? You know what I'm saying? When you get a new phone, it's beautiful, it's shiny, the pictures are dope, you got all your memory space. It's lovely. You're walking out there, here's my new phone, here's my new car. That's what's happening with this person who's taking your partner on a date. They see the best version of them in their eyes, and now you have someone else that's interested in your partner. It's crazy shit.
Yeah, wow. I might have to tune in. I have to get the wife on a new show. Right after we finish these new Manifest episodes, we might have to run into that.
But that's a whole nother show. We're gonna have to talk about the way.
Yeah. I'm not even ready to talk about it. If you got spoilers, listen, I gotta catch up on Manifest, Spider-Man, and a Little Mermaid. I'm backed up. I'm backed up. I ain't gonna lie to you. June is packed. Oh, man. But all right, I gotta put that show on your watch list, though, man. Gotta put a show on your watch list.
Yeah, but, boundaries and intentions need to be clear in the dating stage, so nobody's hurt. I agree.
Boundaries and intentions in the dating stage, like who knows where we're going? It's like, yo, we met at Starbucks last week. You know what I'm saying? Now we're at, now we're at Dunkin' Donuts this weekend. Like, it's not and not for that, those are frowned upon. You don't go to Dunkin' Donuts after your Starbucks guy. But you know what I'm saying? Like now we're at the the fancy brunch spot. You know what I mean? Like it's you gotta take it step by step. It's hard to put your expectations on someone so early in the relationship.
That's
like
true.
if somebody showed up the first day, like, yeah, I'm looking for 2 kids, you know what I'm saying? House, it don't gotta be a white fence, but I definitely want a fence. And you know what I mean? And like 2 dogs and a cat. It might freak a nigga out. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I wasn't even trying to play this old bill. You talking about you know what I'm saying? You talking about this other shit. Nah, baby, you know what? Let me get a water with a lemon. Yeah, I'm out of here. So, you know?
Yeah, that's always gonna be sticky territory, man, because you know you'll have some people who say they want you to be upfront, you know what I mean, or in the beginning. Then you have people who, if you wait, like you said, until you know the relationship develops, and then bring it up, it's like, well, you didn't mention that when we first started dating. Where's that coming from now? And it's like, well, what if I would have told you in the beginning, you would have ran. Like, you know, I really think people should be as upfront as they can in the beginning, because
it's my representative, man. I'm not trying to give you all of that yet. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't think it's great for those relationships where you weren't able to be 1,000% all the way up front versus, you know, hey, this is my representative. This is what, you know, I'm into on the surface level. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not giving you all my porn cakes right now. Like, that's just too much info. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't need all that. I'll let you know what my second favorite place is to get pizza. Like, you know what I mean? If the first spot is closed up, you know what I mean? But yeah, being 1,000 up front is rough because you never really want to put yourself all the way out there neither, if I'm not mistaken. I have no idea what that feels like anymore. But in the beginning, you don't want to put yourself, I assume you don't want to put all of yourself out there just to guard yourself from not getting hurt. But I don't know. I don't know what the kids of 2023 are doing these days. I have no idea.
That's true. That's very true, man. Yep.
No idea. Oh man. But hey man. Yo man, StreamYard, man. We here.
Yeah, man.
YouTube Live. I'm gonna cut this bitch up. Drop these reels on these niggas. But yeah, man. Hopefully we can keep this going because IG seems to be an epic fail now when you try to join a nigga. So maybe we're gonna have to move from the metaverse to the duck world. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, man.
But I'm down for the move, man. I'm down for the move.
Sounds good, brother.
Everybody, thanks for coming to the first YouTube Live. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna delete those old testing ones we got. But yeah, man, it was the first it was the first real YouTube Live. So we appreciate all y'all for coming out. Yeah, more to come. Definitely every 1st and 15th at a minimum. But we'll see y'all soon, man. See y'all soon. Anything, guys, you want to say? Senor Lee?
You did it, baby. First streaming. Get out of here, man. Love y'all.
We gotta get Jay to drop a verse on this.
I know, right? Oh, man. Thank y'all for hanging out with us, man.